Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with a rookie. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Shot.
To the air goes Daniels. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he stopped immediately there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw is Daniels. He'll get this complete to Sinnott, the tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. And a Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down and 8.
Go. Ready.
Off the play fake. Daniels. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a bit, a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
2nd and 9. In motion left, that's Thornton. Now it's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in their early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Let's go now. Gravity Lions. Hurt. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Street. Hurt.
Now Daniels. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Lonnie Johnson picks it. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Hey, smash.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. They'll run once more with JCM. And he swallowed it right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Start. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
60 Eagles. 60.
Daniels going to throw for it. Thanks to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Daniels looking to throw. Checks it down, Krusty Moore. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Raiders' 21-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Daniels. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to move back in front. Jake Moody now for the point after. It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? That one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
It's a pickup of 6.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
36-yard line.
As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10.
Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
Working out of the gun, Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, it's Krosky Merritt. And now the rookie's free. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Now Moody for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7.
Next is the score. Commanders 17, Raiders 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there, not a big impact on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Jackson now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. I mean, that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
69 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hold it ready. Here we go. Start.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Panther 11. Panther up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Back to throw. Daniels. Taking a shot for Samuel. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's complete to Mitchell. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jackson now. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Las Vegas, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he lost the football. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Hey, we go,
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. And the throw's going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down, but he has the first down on a well-executed double pass. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Las Vegas.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Jackson. Screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This is second and 8. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Hey, smash front. Get it.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Tag. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
That's good.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, Krosky Merritt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. To throw is Daniels. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Daniels looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the way.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
No, we change it.
Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the gun, it's Jackson. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's a gain of 10.
Now it's Jackson. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Mitchell will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
We're getting set up for what should be a great fourth quarter. This has been a hard-hitting game because both teams have punched and counter-punched equally well. And here's a good finish to this drive. A touchdown run here late in the third quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
17. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Back at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. He sets the fire deep. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
On the double.
This offense so far on third down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17.
Go check. Go check. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat. Now go. Go.
Here's Daniels. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks him. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
DC, right? Go. Hey, no.
Give running right is Mitchell. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
from the 35. Here's second down and 2.
Let's go. Get up.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready? What?
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They go play action now. Jackson will try and do this himself. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
Let's go. What? Larry.
Mostert will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's second and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. On the RPO, will keep it himself. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Daniels going to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Try the right side with Mitchell. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Well, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. To throw is Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton from 10 yards out. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Come 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Street. Street. Go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now Daniels going to keep it. Goes the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Looks like they'll move things around here.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A run inside, Crosby Merritt. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Commanders 27.
So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put Vic Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now Daniels going to keep it. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots, because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's fourth down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
19 Lions. Go.
On fourth down, here's Daniels. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. See, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Moody good with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's Jackson. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. Jackson. Open man is Tucker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Go ahead.
Throwing, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
At their own 35-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
To the air goes Daniels. And his throw here is incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
So the first chance of this overtime will go to Washington as we are back underway. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. They'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 3rd and 4 now. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Like Cup 19, Cup 19.
Now Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
So 1st down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
To throw is Daniels. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Panther 60, Panther 60. Rangers, 70, go.
Daniels looking to throw. And he's got it. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
The Commanders will line up for the
Panther
two-point
60,
conversion.
Panther 60. Let go.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Jackson going to keep it.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Raiders, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.